like Magna Carta, and it's like, which version of the Magna Carta? There's 7 of them. Which one are you referring to? The 1215 one that was like overturned basically within 2 months was considered a void document because the king signed it with a knife on his throat. I said you can't have somebody sign a contract because a charter means a contract when you have a knife to your throat. I said so you're trying to rely upon a contract that was signed by the king with a knife to his throat. I said, really? So like I said, it just gets, like I said then, it was mind-numbing trying to do all the multi-jurisdictional synonyms and phrasings he was using. And actually what I wrote, I said, your tact is not so much an awkward array of multi-jurisdictional synonyms and phrasings as it's a mind-numbing conundrum. I said, when I read this stuff from certain people, you people are all over the freaking map. Mm-hmm. Said you're trying to use Queen's Bench stuff, then you're trying to use the Crown, and then you're trying to use Magna Carta, then you try to use the English Constitution. You know, which one do you want to use? Which one are you going with, and which one are you going to be able to support by bringing first-hand witnesses to the event of the signing? But that's exactly what Magna Carta 1215 said. Mm-hmm. Who are you going to bring to court to prove that somebody actually signed that thing? It wasn't signed at knife point. And that's truly what Section 60 or Section 31 means. Who are you going to bring forth? Nobody. So why are you wasting your time referring back to it in your court paperwork? I said if you want to put it as an exhibit, that's fine. That's fine. You say, well, this is the way they used to do it way back then, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And believe me, if I get this in front of a jury, I think the jury will concur with what they agreed, what they found was proper way of acting in 1215. I believe this will carry the day. To this day, I think it will carry the day. You know, 1,000. You know, they signed it 800 years ago, and you know what? Honestly, I think it'll still bode well today. I think it'll be fine. But you don't say, well, this is what it says in Magna Carta. Really? Were you there? Is that the original document? Where's the chain of custody since 1215? How many versions of that is there? Is that the original Magna Carta, or is it a copy of it? How many versions of them were written out back then? Because like when the United States had their Constitution, there was 13 versions. Every colony got a version. Every colony got a copy of the Constitution, and not one copy matches all the other copies word for word or by punctuation. None of them are all identical. They're all off just by a little bit. So which one is the true Constitution? So you don't worry about that nonsense. And you know, if you're a rich guy, you're a professor, and you got nothing better to do all your life is to sit there and argue which one is the true Constitution, well, go ahead and waste your life arguing about which one is the true Constitution. I don't give a rat's behind. All I know is it worked for them back then. That doesn't mean it has any kind of control over me now because somebody signed a contract for my benefit. Well, you know what? That's lovely. You signed a lovely contract for my benefit. Do I have to accept the benefit? No. And you can't force the benefit on me. So what's the purpose of the Constitution again? Just as a reference point, that one time in the past, somebody believed that this was the way to be. Okay. That's lovely. That's nice. But times change. People change. People aren't static. People aren't statues. You can't. I'm not rigid. I'm flexible. I'm I'm dynamic. I'm fluid. I'm ever changing. I'm not bound.